What's up, guys? Man, had to get the room open. The Bears picked Dave Montgomery. I really like this running back. The Bills are up next, so I will see what's popping. I threw Terry McLaurin's name out there like a half hour ago. I think he would be the guy if they're looking to upgrade the receiving core. You got Justin Lane, cornerback, Chase Winovich, the edge guy, uh, Joseph, the linebacker. Um, we'll see where they go, but they have their pick of a handful of guys here. I don't know quite what the pick would be, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Oh, they've already picked. Wow, pick is in. They just they went right up there and picked. Wow. Wow, Coy Wire, old Bill, former Bill. We're really giving this guy a send off. Yeah, they showed the video of him doing the talk. He looked rough, man. It was tough to see. Let's see who the guy is. Wow. Wow. Running back. Wow. Bye, Shady. Wow. 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 I am in shock, guys. Wow. He there's no way you have Shady McCoy on your roster at $6 million. I think we could have had the conversation, but we can absolutely have the conversation now. Holy shit. Nah, they're not gonna give it to him. I'm not a fan of retired numbers, dude. You'll never see me with the retired number shit, Christian. I think it's a joke. But wow, did they really want to change the running back room? They really felt like the running backs needed an infusion of youth and legs, and they got it. But that's crazy. That's insane that they were able to. You know, I don't think you have LaShawn McCoy in that running back room now. There's just no way.
If any of you just saw my tweet, he reminds me of a former Bills second-round pick back in 2001 by the name of Travis Henry. About the same 40 times speed. He ran a 4.66 at the combine. Certainly isn't going to be running away from people in the open field, but this kid is built low to the ground, has
unbelievable
really good contact balance.
What's up, Trevor?
Tackles, is going to run
wow.
Tackles, and has an uncanny nose for the end zone. Had a ton of touchdowns for Florida.
So it looks like
the one thing
LaShawn McCoy's time is done with the Bills. He's got to be.
Gets extra yards. Now, granted, the NFL is going to be a whole different level.
Traded tomorrow, maybe released.
I think it's an overlooked quality in running backs, and that's why we saw a couple go here in the second round. David Montgomery has a similar skill set.
That's it. I mean, I don't care if you're going to take a running back, take him in third down, but they obviously the running style, maybe the act.
In the NFL nowadays, contact balance
when
is something that not all
McDermott cited Gore as the leader in that room, having just signed the guy, and you have McCoy you've been with for 2 years, he was a captain, that says all you need to know about where he stands. Yeah, I like younger and cheaper too. Even if they cut him $6 million, Buffalo hates wide receivers and tight ends.
Wide receiver Hakeem.
Oh,
yeah, he is still sitting there along with a host of other
Bean's not getting fired anytime soon, dude.
Receivers available early on day 4. The question is, where do the Bills want to go?
So we'll see. I mean, they obviously felt running back was an issue. Keith Ford, they really went hard because the running style was just not good. You can't avoid contact. You can't not want to.
LaShawn McCoy.
We'll see.
I don't think he is. I just think what you've done is you've upped the competition level at the running back.
I mean, they brought in Yeldon. They signed Perry, Gore, Singletary.
Knowing you have 2 30-plus-year-old running backs,
I mean,
Gore and McCoy, that you need an influx.
I mean, do you think who's the odd man out there?
I don't blame you. There are some tight end prospects
Wow,
still out there.
who's the odd man out? I mean, it's obviously who the odd man out is. That's crazy. I mean, that's pretty, and it's pretty obvious to where they want to, what they want to do here. I mean, maybe they move him, maybe they swap him for Nelson Aguilar. Would that make sense? Let's see what the comp looks like if they swap. Let's see. Aguilar's on a 1-year deal pretty much. I think they picked up his option for the 5th year. It's too much. $9 million. It's crazy. 25-year-old kid. I don't know what kind of, he's kind of he is inconsistent. 64 catches, 700 yards, kind of similar production what the Bills have had over that time frame, and he's had better quarterbacks throwing to him, but they seemingly always wanted to put guys ahead of him. That says something about him. He's still awful young. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would look. I mean, I would look to just get the money, or just maybe you swap some picks and see what you can get. But $6 million is still $6 million. You save $6 million. I mean, oh, there's Terry McLaurin. I just felt, I don't know. I just felt like they still felt like Robert Foster, Jones were showing upside at the end of the year. They added 3 veterans, and that wide receiver room was going to get stiff. It was going to get stiff. I mean, they're still going to add people. They still have undrafted free agencies. They still have 3 guys. They traded a pick, so they have 5 more picks. It's a little bit of a shock this early, but I know they visited with them. But it just shows what they just did not like the running style of what they were seeing. Whether it was the offensive line, the running back room, they just didn't like it. It just you don't help Josh Allen that way. you don't help them at all. The offensive line was just a disgusting nightmare. Let's see what our division foe does here. The vaunted New England Patriots. Because this is going to be interesting. You guys like the people, like the former players announcing the picks? I'm just curious. Do you guys get into this, or is it kind of like, yeah, it goes right back with Haskins? Winovich, I bet. I fucking knew he'd be a Patriot. I knew he was a Patriot. This is like, he's going to be a Patriot. Not a shock. Not a fucking shock. Unbelievable. Good player, hustle player. He looks like a Patriot. Man, bastard. But that pick, man, there's money involved there too. I just wonder what the Bills are thinking with that. It's not like they need the money, but they didn't bring in McCoy. And I mean, I don't need to explain this to you guys. You know this. They've added four running backs this offseason? Singletary, Yeldon, Perry, and Gore. Wow. Do we need a roadmap here? That's just, I mean, I like it because I'm a fan of young backs, especially if you want to, go down in these rounds. I'm fine. Third round and down, I'm fine. Like, you don't do it in the second, you don't do it in the first. You can do it here. Yeah, I like Terry, man. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I like Terry. I don't like this kid the Dolphins just picked. You know what's weird? Everybody's praising the Dolphins in the Rosen trade. My thing is, okay, you got the kid on the cheap, but you gave away a second round pick for a guy nobody else kind of wanted, or not kind of didn't, because they could have got him for similar. And you're probably going to yank the rug out from underneath him next year anyway, right? Right? If they get that shot at Tua, what do you think's going to happen to Rosen then? What are you trading him for? Then a bag of peanuts. He's done. Yeah, there's some linebackers I like, dude. I can name a whole shitload. Their ownership there is very, let's just say there's a lot of hands in the cookie jar there. There's a lot of pots. There's a lot of hands in that pot. I don't know who's the shot caller. Some people say it's Greer. Last year it was former Jets guy, Tannenbaum. Unbelievable. So crazy night, both on offense. Both in essence help the quarterback. Just a young running back, inconsistent drops, kind of a big guy. I don't know what happened to him. I just think that NFL people obviously don't like him as much as draft people do. So, well, draft Twitter, I should say, not draft people like pro personnel people, because the guy is sliding for everybody. Everybody could have had the guy. But I'm definitely interested to see what Bean and McDermott have to say about the picks tonight, particularly this one, because it's not the running back, it's not the player, that I care about. It's what's going to happen with LaShawn McCoy. Also, the other thing is, Allen pretty much didn't have great wide receivers to work with, and I think of good quarterbacks make wide receivers better. Good quarterbacks can take average wide receivers and make them really good wide receivers, and they can take really good wide receivers and make them great wide receivers. So it's that whole thing with that doesn't bother me. I mean, they were able to get Robert Foster as an undrafted free agent last year. Hopefully, if maybe there's going to be an undrafted class this year too. Next position I want is somebody. It's either secondary or tight end. Those are the positions I want. I honestly, dude, I don't know anything about Endgame. I don't know anything about these movies. Did I ever meet him? No, never met him, man. I just seen the videos that they post of him and stuff, and then I seen like the kind of state he was in yesterday when he was announcing the pick, and it looked, it was a bit tough. It was a bit tough to see his state that he was in, because it was just like, it's sad. It's sad to see somebody in that type of physical state. You know what I mean? Because it would be it's like, the person could lose their life, and that's what you're seeing of them. It's sad, man. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I think he goes all the way up to Texas from Texas. Yeah, he's a kid himself. I'm same age as me, man. So it's scary. That's what it is. It's scary. You know, it's that's why, like, I appreciate just doing this with you guys, because that's how fast shit can go down. Especially when you've seen relatives and stuff, like we all have. I have, lose their health like that. Oh, here's the Cleveland Browns that everybody loves. That is the new darling pick of the NFL, Cleveland Browns, the one and only, because of one Odell Beckham Jr. Let's see. The Greedy Williams pick for me was kind of like, I wasn't a fan, so I wasn't a fan. They say the pick is in. I'm waiting for their pick. I want to watch some more of this Devin Singletary. I didn't really watch too much of him in the lead up. I didn't really focus on running backs too much, although I should have. Yeah, the Giants didn't win much with him. He was just kind of a jag there. He's a jerk. The kid is a grade A jerk, physical talent, unbelievable physical talent, but in terms of a person, he's a jerk, and not the kind of guy that I think you win with in the NFL. That's just me. But who knows? Let's see what's cooking. 5'7", 203 pounds. So he's really short to the ground, low guy, built stocky. Let's see what else is popping here. They really string this shit out with some of these players. It kind of fucks it up. I just want them to just go up and say the pick. Linebacker. So they went defense with both of their picks so far. What do you guys think of the 100 logo? It kind of looks USFL-ish, if you ask me. It looks like a USFL thing. If you guys remember, that league was from the one Jim Kelly signed with in '83. He played in '84 and '85 because of his shoulder, but it looks old school like that. I don't mind it or anything like that. I'm waiting for a press conference to start, if it starts with these guys, because I want to see if they're gonna. I know they're gonna talk at the end of the draft, as it should be, but I'm gonna wait for this press conference to start. Again, tomorrow, I do nothing except get up, watch soccer, wait for this to restart again. So I'm gonna jump. I don't know if you got. I'm sure I'd get a notification or something on my phone, like most of you. But I'm just gonna jump off of here, wait for the press conference to start, and I'm gonna jump back on here and just see how you guys are all feeling after this. And I want to catch up on this running back a little bit because I'm not gonna sit here and profess to know everything about every one of these guys in the draft. There's over 350 draft eligible players. There's mostly, guys I concentrated on were defensive linemen, offensive linemen, some wide receivers, corners, those positions that they mainly tight ends. I really didn't look at much else. So I want to see about this running back, see what I feel. Lions made a trade, huh? I love that. I think it's cool. Trade it. Let's see what happens with McCoy. Let's see. I mean, they have to have something in the hopper. They just didn't make this pick out of thin air, and he's going to make the roster. They signed Sonoris Perry as a special teams guy, kind of takes over for, Taiwan Jones. Guys like that make the team. They make the team because they play on all the special teams units. They brought in Gore as a veteran. So and he's still productive. His style is still good. And then they bring in Yeldon. So it just makes sense to me that he's the odd man out. It really does. So, guys, I'm going to jump off of here really quick. Sorry to be so in and out, all over the place. Just a really good last couple of days, but really, because I just took off, didn't do my usual schedule. I just flip-flopped everything for this, but that's important sometimes, right? That's good. And I'm going to jump back on here and see if there's any press conferences going off and see what you guys think after these last couple of days and see what they got popping for tomorrow or see who's left for tomorrow. All right, guys, thanks for coming in. Have a great one. I'll talk to you in a few if you'd like me to come back in. Peace. I'm on the prowl tonight. All right, just don't catch any strays, dude. And if you do, throw them back because that day on the prowl tonight too. Peace, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Go Bills. Love you guys.